Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so this is your oil right here. You should have a rag under here somewhere, or in your trunk. And it looks like it's pretty dirty there. Anyway, I'll clean it off so you don't get your fingers all dirty. And you do it. There. Okay, so crap off the rag. Pull that out. And if the car's on level ground, then you'll get a good reading. There. Okay, now use your markers. I don't see your markers on here. Okay, I'm going to wipe it off and put it back in. Okay, there's the markers there, 2 holes. So that's probably your low and your high. That's your low and your high. It should be between those two, the oil level. And I'm going to clean this off here. Don't really want any crap falling in there. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. So now, before I put it in there, I'm going to clean it off again. Don't want to put any crap in there, because I set it down, right? So, put that back in there, and you put it in carefully, don't bang it around, and then put it in, because then you're just going to put crap in there. Yeah, so make sure it's all the way down, then pull it back out. And if you do this right after you stop the car, you're not going to get the proper reading. Okay, according to this, you're above the max.
Just like where the oil is?
Yeah, see the oil comes up to about here. It's wet up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And well, we have to get your manual to make sure that's what those two things mean. So, generally it's not a good idea to be above the max. But Honda did the oil probably, so I guess they know what they're doing. Okay, and this is where they fill it, right here. Goes in there. You don't need to go in there unless you're changing the oil. Okay, so that's the oil. Transmission is right here. See down in here? There's a yellow handle down in there, right there. I'll pull that out, and the ends has a clip. I don't see the clip on yours. Okay, it just pulls right out. Pull it out. There we go. And okay, so now there's 2 little markers on here too. It says hot there. Doesn't say anything on the other side. Okay, so the way you measure transmission fluid is supposed to be warm, so it means you're supposed to drive for a few miles, and then you park out on level ground, and you put it in neutral or leave it in drive with the parking brake on or something. You have to read the manual. It's always very inconvenient. So all I do is, I don't do it the way they do it. I just make sure there's some in there. And we saw some on the tip there, right? And I think it was below the hot, which is great, because the transmission fluid is not hot, so if it was hot, it probably would have come up a bit. And the other thing is, so when you put it back down there, make sure it's clean. The transmission fluid needs to be super clean. I don't know if the oil is as sensitive, but the transmission fluid is. So don't be banging this around down all the way down there. Get it in that hole, and don't touch anything else. Put it in there. And notice there's a little notch here, right there. It lines up with something down there, so it only goes in one way. And it's a little fiddly sometimes, putting these flat bars, rods down in there. So you just rotate it back and forth a bit until it goes in there freely. And then make sure that notch lines up. Oh, okay, so yours, I'll pull it back out. This here is different than this one here. See this here? See the shape? That's got like an O-ring there. 2 green O-rings. Goes in there and that seals it. This one's different. This one, well, you can see our level again, so it's below there. Anyway, so this one here is like Leanne's. it's got like a cork stopper in there. So once it's down there, it's not all the way in until you force it down all the, like it'll stop when it hits this first part, but that's not in. And if you don't put it in right, what's going to happen is you're going to squirt transmission fluid out. So you want it in there all the way. And the best way to tell that is to put your hand right down here and feel it as it goes down there. Okay, put my hand in there. Okay. Okay. This is your brake fluid thingy. You see down here it says min. Up there it says max. So there's your min level here, your max level there. And you can see the fluid level if I shake the car. Oh yeah, look at there. It's moving up here. So they're a little bit above max. So you don't have to do anything with that.
What is that again?
This is for your brakes. It's your brake fluid. As far as I know. This is usually where it is. It doesn't, don't know that it says brakes on there. It's got a symbol. I don't know what that symbol means. And if you ever had to top it up, what you should do is call a mechanic and maybe top it up. Get Jesse to top it up. So, there. You see how clear the color of it? If it's all black, it needs to be changed. Normally, it's very clear. That's got some color in it. So I would look at the maintenance schedule. It may need to be changed. Okay, there we go. Back on. Yeah, that's all okay. Okay, so that's good. Over here is which one is this? Okay, should be power steering over here, I guess, and that's probably what this is. Let's say, use only on the genuine power steering fluid. Okay, so this is power steering. You got two markers again, and it should say high and low, upper, lower. Okay, so you got two levels there, and it's on the upper. And I guess you fill it by taking this off. Yeah, right there. So you don't have to change it. You know what that is.
Windshield?
Windshield washer fluid, yeah. And you can't see how full yours is. And then there should be a reservoir right here. This is for your antifreeze, for your radiator. And usually it's hard to tell with this stuff. Sometimes they're full, or sometimes they got a level in them, sometimes they don't. I see a little bit in there. But this is more like an overflow. So when your radiator heats up, it'll overflow into there. And then when it cools down, it'll come back in. And you can always check here. But see the danger warning sign here? Never open when hot. That really means it. Don't open when your engine's hot. Because it'll come squirting out and you'll get burned. Like that. You have to push down and turn to the right to open it. And be careful even when it's not hot. You might want to gush out. Okay. I can see it down in there shaking around.
Oh yeah.
Usually they're right up at the top. So I guess you're okay. We should check the manual and see what it says about that though. That's your seal. Looks alright. Got some stuff on up there. Yeah, we should check your manual, see what it says about that. Some dirt in there. Okay. So push down and turn. There. Okay, so that's everything, I think. No more fluids in here. And then we should check your tires now too. So right here, right here about the sticker, right here, this tells you the pressure that your tires should be at.
Yeah.
So front and rear and spare. So 30 pounds, and 60 pounds. Your spare should be 60 pounds. Cold tire pressure. So that means don't measure it after you've been on the highway for an hour. Okay, so it should be 30 pounds all the way around. And you said one of them was, you said it was flashing at you,
Yeah.
the thingy, the warning. So let's find out. Okay, so this one is at 34. Kind of warm, or hot, or full. Oh, did I push that in? This one's at 34. Oh, this one's low. Look at that. It's only at 24. This one needs filling. And we'll readjust the other ones. So we should have a look at that tire. Make sure there's no nail or something in it. Oh. This one's at 30. No, 28. Could be the difference though. It's hot on that side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll measure it again when the sun's gone down. This one's at 28. So we can fill this one up. We'll fill that one up. We'll leave those two alone until and check them later when it cools down. And we should check the spare.
Should we stop videoing?
Yeah, are we going? Okay, so to check your air pressure in the spare tire, it said on the door to fill it to 60 pounds, but we can't check until we take the silly tire out. Should write Honda about this. Okay. So I had to unscrew that and lift this out. There it is right there. Unscrew that cap. Oh, it feels like it's never been off. It's on there good and tight. Look how clean that tire is. Wow. Yeah, it's never been on the road. That's okay though. Okay. Oh, well, that's low. Gotta fill that too. That was under 20 pounds. And it's like, oh, over 20. It's 24. So we gotta fill this up. And it probably should say 60 pounds right on the side of the tire somewhere too. Max load 60 psi. There. Okay, so yeah, so the reason for the video is this. This is your jack. And see, it's in there good and sturdy. To get it out of there, this is your little crank thing here. And if you have your rag, if you don't have your rag, you're gonna get all dirty. Anyway, you just turn this counterclockwise. It's in there tight, so you gotta use the tools here. We'll get that off. Okay. Here. No. Here. So this little thingy goes in there. Or you can go like this. Whoa, that's never been out. There. Okay. So you have to uncrank it, then it comes out. And then I'll show you here how to use it. If you're really in trouble. And it's always good to have a old mat around. Hello, how are you? Okay, so get down on your mat. And there's a spot under here that fits in between these two grooves here. It's right here. You can come on down with the camera. See, there's a little tab here, or whatever you want to call it. A flat thing right here. That lines up with this here. So you can just do this part by hand. It's a lot quicker. When you get close, then you can line it up. close. So you put it between the two grooves on this thing. Because if it's between the two grooves, it won't slip off on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not between. There we go. Okay, now, so got it snugged up like that. Now, before you crank it up though, you should have your parking brake on. And if there's some rocks on the side of the road, block your tires with the parking brakes. So this goes in there like that, and this goes on there like that, and you go like this. One hand there, one hand here, and go like that. And that cranks it up. There we go. So you go all the way until your tire lifts off the ground. And then I'm probably going to have to give you something else to... Oh, I didn't do the parking brake, but we're on level ground here. See here? Oh, almost. There. See, you see the tire move?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We're loose. Okay, and then when you take this off too, so you don't come around and kick it, right? And then this takes your tire off here. Now, quite often this is not enough leverage, so I'll give you a bar to extend it. And you can get that off. Yeah, see, you'd never get that off. So you need an extension bar to give you some leverage. Okay, and by the way, it's a good workout. Okay, we'll put it back down.
Stop videoing?
Hmm?
Stop videoing?
Yeah, sure.